Imagine you woke up tomorrow and every bank account on earth read zero. No savings, no loans, no credit, nothing. What would happen to the world? Would Wall Street collapse? Would your paycheck vanish? Would the rich still be rich? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on something invisible yet all-powerful, the financial system. A system that quietly controls how money flows, how wealth is created, and how dreams are destroyed. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how the system works, how to use it, and how to avoid being used by it. Because the truth is, if you don't understand the financial system, you are the product of it. But hey, don't worry, no economics degree required, no boring charts, and definitely no suits. Just clarity, storytelling, and a few reality checks. 1. The origin of money. From barter to belief. Let's rewind time. Way before crypto, banks, or the stock market. Humanity started with barter, trading cows for wheat, tools for clothes. But barter had one fatal flaw. It needed a double coincidence of wants. You needed what I had, and I needed what you had. That was messy. So we created money, a shared illusion of value. Whether it's shells, gold, or digital bits, money only works because we all agree it does. But here's where things get interesting. Once we started trusting symbols instead of stuff, we gave birth to something much more powerful, the financial system. 2. The birth of banks. Money from thin air. Banks began as safekeepers, places to store gold. But then bankers had an idea that changed everything. What if we lend out some of this gold and charge interest? That as the birth of fractional reserve banking, where banks lend more money than they actually have. It sounds like magic, because it is. Every time a bank gives out a loan, it creates new money out of thin air, not printed, just typed into existence. So technically, your mortgage isn't T funded by someone S savings. It S funded by a keystroke. And that's how money stopped being gold and became credit. 3. The central bank. The puppet master of the economy. Who controls this orchestra of credit and debt? Enter the central bank, the Federal Reserve in the U.S. Their job is to control money supply and interest rates, basically deciding how cheap or expensive money is. When they lower rates, money flows, businesses boom, stock markets rise. When they raise rates, things slow down, inflation drops, recessions loom. They're like the thermostat of the economy. Too hot? Cool it down. Too cold? Heat it up. But here's the scary part. They can't predict every consequence. When they print trillions to stimulate growth, they also inflate asset prices, widen inequality, and devalue your savings. So while your $1,000 sits in a savings account earning pennies, someone else is turning that same $1,000 into $10,000 using the system you don't yet understand. 4. The financial markets, where money multiplies. The financial markets are where the system's energy flows. Stocks, bonds, crypto, real estate. Here, money doesn't sleep. It compounds, multiplies, and redistributes wealth. Investors don't just buy companies, they buy time. Every trade represents a belief about the future. And those who predict correctly get rewarded. And those who don't, well, they diamond hand their way into poverty. Markets exist to allocate capital efficiently, but in reality they also amplify human emotion, fear, greed, and hope. And guess which one drives most decisions? It's not hope. 5. The hidden game. Inflation, debt, and control. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The financial system thrives on debt. Debt fuels governments, corporations, and even your personal lifestyle. That's why credit cards are easy to get, but wealth is hard to keep. And inflation? That's the silent tax. It slowly eats your savings while convincing you the system is working. Every dollar printed reduces the value of the ones already in your pocket. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. So, How do you escape a system that profits when you stay inside it? 6. Mastering the system. Play offense, not defense. The key isn't to fight the system. It's to understand it, and then use it. Learn to play offense, not defense. Use good debt to build assets. Invest early to let time compound your advantage. Diversify to protect yourself from volatility. Remember, the system rewards those who study it and punishes those who ignore it. You wouldn't play chess blindfolded, right? Then why play money like that? The wealthy don't have secret handshakes. They just understand how money moves. And now so can you. You're standing at the edge of financial ignorance and financial freedom. Which side you land on depends on what you do next. If you truly want to master this system, start by understanding the power of compounding. It's the force that quietly builds empires while everyone else sleeps. Click the video on your screen right now and let us turn your money into a machine that never stops growing.